Have you ever tried to change something in your life and failed? Of course you have. Everyone has. It's human nature to want improvement in various aspects in life. Yet life remains so unpredictable and it tends to get in the way so easily and too often. The problem is that merely wanting is not enough, and it's frustrating to not know what to do, to constantly try and fail in order to get the improvement we want. The number one key, however, lies within every one of us. You are not an exception. Everyone has it, and it's a huge determining factor in what you attract in your life. It's identity. Simply put, if you want change, you must change. Imagine success or whatever you want to achieve as a cat. You try so hard to catch it by chasing it, but no matter how hard you try, it keeps eluding you and gets away again and again, every time. The moment you stop chasing success, it suddenly peacefully walks into your lap. That metaphor represents the power of identity shifting. I hate the word manifestation, simply because it's so widely miscommunicated and misunderstood phrase. But I'll use it now regardless. You don't manifest what you want in life. You manifest who you are. That's why identity shifting is the missing piece that made your failed attempts to change fail. That's why you're watching this video right now. You want to make a major change in your life and succeed with it. After watching this video, you will know how to make that happen. So, let's uncover how to shift your identity in detail right now. Here are the building blocks of an identity. 1. Thoughts, beliefs, stories, values, self-talk. These are the abstract, in your head stuff. 2. Feelings, like interests and fears. Feelings are the link between thoughts and actions and an amplifier of them both. 3. Actions, choices, habits. These are the stuff that you do. And 4. Results. These are the concrete, tangible evidence of your reality, like possessions, appearance, relationships, and environment. I will refer these groups as thoughts, feelings, actions, and results later in this video for the sake of simplification. The misconception of manifestation, by the way, lies right here. It leaves an impression that your thoughts manifest results. That's only indirectly true. In reality, as you will see, there's more than just that. You can imagine your identity as the continuous loop where these blocks interact with each other. A full circle is a checking point. If nothing in your identity has changed during one full circle, your existing identity strengthens a bit. Repeating this loop over and over with no changes increases stagnation. The more stagnant your identity is, or the more you have been thinking, feeling, and acting the way you have always been, as well as seeing the same old results, the harder the identity shifting may be. But worry not, it's never impossible. A change anywhere in that circle makes identity shifting possible. Thoughts and actions are easy to control, but have a smaller impact in identity shifting. Feelings and results have bigger and potentially faster impact on identity, but they are way trickier to control and they carry far more unpredictable outcomes. For example, a flashbulb memory moment or a trauma are feeling-based changes that can instantly shift your entire identity. And events like winning a lottery or getting a cosmetic surgery represent sudden results that can have a massive effect on your identity immediately. But the direction of these shortcuts is often not where we see the lasting positive change. The more reliable way for lasting and targeted shift in identity lies in changing your thoughts and actions first, and let the feelings and results gradually come along to the process the natural way. So, the recommended way to make the first change is change your thoughts, simply because it's the starting point of this loop, and that is something anyone can do at any given moment. Yes, it can and very likely will feel fake and forced at first, but don't let that confuse you. It doesn't mean that it can't be done, at least as long as you refuse to believe that it can't. Aim to change a thought the way that it's tied to who you have to be in order to get what you want, without lying to yourself. For example, if you want to lose weight, don't say to yourself, "I want to lose weight," or "I have to work out." Those statements revolve around wants, not identity. Also, don't say to yourself, "I'm fit," either, if you're not, because the results are in conflict with that statement. Try, "I am a person who works out," for instance. That's something you have to be to get fit, and you can easily confirm and reinforce that statement by your actions. At this phase of identity shifting, it's not unusual to not have any feelings awakened by that new seed of thought. Remember, feeling is an amplifier for your thoughts and actions, and a link between them. You can't force your feelings the same way you can with your thoughts. So, what is this temporary path from your thoughts to your actions called that ignores the step via your feelings? The answer is the favorite word of almost every self-development book in existence: discipline. When you can't yet fully utilize that feeling link between thoughts and actions, you need more discipline. Luckily, as mentioned, this is a temporary road. Over time, the more you start to naturally feel like doing something that your new thoughts trigger, the less you need to rely on discipline. So, next step in identity shifting is naturally taking new actions. This is where you do something you haven't done before that will validate your new thoughts. For our weight loss example, you hit the gym because that's who you are. This is also where the best practices in forming new habits plays a crucial role. However, that's a topic so large it deserves an entire video on its own. I will link that video in the description. Your thoughts, feelings and actions lead to their results. This is the last step in one full identity shifting circle. In most cases, the result after just one full circle seems insignificant or even negligible. But as you know by now, it's perfectly fine. Just know that the ultimate result, the thing you want to achieve, is actually a big stack of these barely visible micro results. To add a pinch of motivating accomplishment feeling to the early stages of identity shifting process, you can use a habit tracker. Using a simple habit tracker on your phone, or even just a pen and a calendar, can slightly speed up the process and make it a bit more fun and motivating. Congratulations! One full circle is now reached and identity shifting has started. Now you know what to do. Repeat that circle, and after that, repeat it again. But how long? I think it's most beneficial to not concern about how long your identity shift will take, because there are a number of factors that affect that, like your personality, how big the gap between the old and the new identity is, and how strong the old identity is when you start, just to name a few. It can take anywhere between 3 weeks to 3 months, or in some cases even a year or more. That's why it's a bad idea to even give yourself a chance to get overwhelmed by concerning about the delay between now and indefinite then. Instead, focus on the moment you have the power to foster your identity shifting process, which can only be the moment you live, right now. Lastly, I want to point out a couple important notices for you to keep up with the process and achieve the desired change in your life as effortless as possible. I cannot overemphasize them. 1. The process is the road and the goal is the navigator. This metaphor simply means that keep your focus on the process, not in the end goal, the big change you want to achieve. Just like when you are driving a car, you keep your focus on the road and the traffic and only occasionally glimpse the navigator to make sure you're heading in the right direction. Obsessing over the navigator instead of what happens on the road along the way will make the journey to the destination certainly fail. 2. Successful eligible identity shift requires repetition, period. But it's okay. So, commit to consistency. By consistency, I mean that you first define the boxes you need to tick every day and then act out accordingly, day in, day out. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. As mentioned, life is sometimes too unpredictable to worry too much about perfectionism. So, instead of sacrificing your focus on fret, self-criticism or some other form of negative thinking, just shift your precious focus back to the process and do everything in your power to not miss another day. By the way, now that you know how identity shifting works, it's actually one key component on tricking your brain to like doing hard things. Check out this video next to discover more on that trick. Thanks for watching.